Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Thanks for watching the Sarah C. Poetry live video and happy Valentine's Day Eve everyone. Guys, you're welcome for that hint, by the way. Now Valentine's Day is not typically a big holiday around our house, except for the kids, I guess. But the whole notion of Valentine's Day did get me thinking of relationships, and that's worth talking about. So as a typical extrovert, I love people. I love seeing how others think. I love the energy in people's faces. I love seeing what people create and what they're passionate about. To me, people are simply awesome. But to be able to truly appreciate the awesome side of anything, we have to know the opposites. I don't think we can have extremes of anything in life without having the opposite. Like, how would I know that chocolate cake is truly amazing if I never tried coconut? I'm sorry, coconut cake lovers, I just don't get it. Like, how would I know joy without sorrow? How would I know that sleep is way better than no sleep? I guess what I'm saying is in life we really need opposites. And I think that this especially applies to relationships. So of course this is timely since it is Valentine's Day Eve. My poem this week explores this idea. It's called Opposites Attract in the End. I think it's a misconception that opposites attract right away. In my experience, I'm first drawn to people who are most like me. And really, once we think about it, I don't think I'm alone in this. So let's do it. Let's take a quick, hard look at ourselves here, friends. I feel sad when I look at my Facebook feed and see more faces with my skin color than not. I see posts each day, and I know you do too, of people proudly unfriending others who just don't understand their point of view. It's easier to talk with people who share our common interests than those who don't. I naturally relate well to those who are like me. I feel like I found my family, I found my peeps, I found my tribe. When I'm with others who are similar, I realize that I'm not as crazy as those little voices inside me say I am. It's like my little voices have a party with my friends' little voices and they're just having a great time. I don't know if that makes sense. But unfortunately in our society, we daily see how this preference for similarity leads to fear and, I don't want to say hate. I think I'm talking about plain old-fashioned unkindness. We desperately need people different than us, our opposites, to balance out life. Now, the poem I wrote was originally about my husband. Although we have many things in common, you can tell just by looking at us that we're drastically different. When we were first dating, we got a lot of attention. At first, I thought it was because we were just such a hot couple. No, it's because we look like weirdos. I'm just a tad under 5 feet 6 inches tall, and my husband is a whopping 6'7". And besides our physical differences, the fact that I'm so tiny when I stand next to him, we have other differences. I would much rather gravitate to large groups of people, and my husband would be content to just hang out with a few, if any. And he has a freakishly gifted math brain, and I don't like admitting this, but yes, math was my weakest subject. I could go on, but you get the picture. It's the classic opposites attract situation. But really, there is a dark side of relationships. And we can't ignore this side if we want to truly appreciate the light. So here it is. Sometimes in the really bad, in those awful moments, and I don't even really want to admit this either, but in those times, I wonder if I made a mistake investing myself in this person. I look at him at those times and I just don't understand him. He is so different than me sometimes. And that difference feels so foreign, so uncomfortable. So at that time, those voices start speaking lies that in order to be truly loved, I need to be fully understood. And oh wait, he'll never fully understand you. Let me repeat that part again. I think it's a lie that we all believe from time to time, and we need to hear the truth. In order to be truly, entirely, and completely loved, we do not need to be fully understood. And I think the opposite is true. For me to love fully, I don't need to truly, entirely, and completely understand you. In fact, I'm daring to claim that our differences help us grow to be better versions of ourselves. They help us think outside our box, outside my box. Like that poem last week, it helps me think bigger and escape the trap of myself. So I'm not sure what this week's challenge is, guys. I guess it's to prayerfully consider our relationships, and if you're not a praying person, to consider your relationship with God. Let's all commit to clinging to the truth when we're confronted with lies about our family or our spouses or our friends being just too different. Okay, I'm going to show you the poem here. I really will. I just want to say one more thing before I read it and sign off. I have this passion that I feel God put inside me to have the Sarah-C poetry become like a tribe of sorts. Not just a tribe of poetry lovers who can't wait to analyze my word choices, or in this rare case, rhyme choices. Not just a tribe of my closest Facebook friends who get me. Not just a tribe of people who look like me or have the same religious beliefs or interests than me. I'm begging, and yeah, that's a deliberate word choice there. I'm begging that God use these poems to spark creative and authentic change in all of us. Change and growth requires boldness. It requires getting real. It requires realizing that my comfort does not trump all. Oh, now that was not a deliberate word choice. It requires looking at those who are different with more than just wonder, amusement, pity, or compassion. I truly need to love. It's not easy, is it? So please consider continuing with me on this mission. I'm still sharing a poem each week live at 7:07 on Mondays. But in the meantime, can you comment in a way that reflects who you are or encourages other people to respond? And if you think any of this is worthwhile, will you help me expand my tribe, our tribe? Will you invite your friends to become our friends? Do you think opposites attract in the end? So here's one of my rare rhyming poems in honor of Valentine's Day, in honor of my beloved husband, who I am convinced is the right guy for me, and in honor of you, dear viewer. Here it is. Opposites attract in the end. Opposites attract. It's true. In time I will admire you. Just like me? Almost my kin. Relatable, I get you, twin. So similar I don't feel plain, valuing what's in my brain. But then one thing is said or done, I realize it's not all fun. Something's wrong, a little strange. I'm out of sorts, now why this change? I need a friend, companion, guide, who will be there right by my side. A strong helpmate to calm those fears outside my box, confuse my tears. It feels foreign, but it's okay. I'm learning now in day to day that you and I don't need to be alike to find true harmony. It is the goal that I will grow different from the girl I know. Instead of someone just like me, I need you, love, to help me be. In the struggle of being known, seeing you is like coming home.